KORIN is a problem.
I'm a problem.
KORIN is a problem, man. Like,
I'm a problem.
Like, the words of a legit legend.
Living legend.
A living legend, man. Literally said, KORIN is a problem. What are we talking about? We're talking about Wanye Wednesdays. And we're talking about
Wednesdays.
Correct it. It's what?
WAN Wednesdays.
What is WAN Wednesdays?
So it's a vocal competition that this is the second season that I auditioned for. And it's really like a really dope show. Like it's kind of set up like The Voice, or set up like, I don't know, just your vocal competitions that are on television. But this one is actually on Instagram Live. Yeah. And he started this competition due to the fact of COVID, and a lot of artists weren't able to work, like because people weren't booking venues and hiring artists to come in and sing. So he was like inspired to like start this platform for artists that aren't working. So it like literally gave them an opportunity to be a part of something and keep them kind of working, keep them motivated.
Dope. But hold on, because I gotta make sure that people understand who we're talking about. Okay. Because you said Wanye, like I know. Who knows who it? Believe it or not, there's probably some people who don't know who Wanye is. They out here somewhere.
I don't know.
So for the people who don't know who Wanye is, let them know who he is.
Wanye Morris of Boyz II Men.
Boyz II Men.
Gosh, worldwide.
Should I play?
International.
You know what? Should I play his song, like a song right here?
OMG.
I can't play a song right here because it'll get a copyright claim, or they might mute it. So maybe I'll just sing, although we go to the end of the road. See, they won't mute that. Well, they may mute it because of how I sounded, but they won't mute it because of the actual copyright. But listen, you're on the show.
Yeah, man. I auditioned and I literally made it to the show. So
you made it to the show. Why did you audition though?
Okay. First of all, I already follow Wanye. So when he started doing the competition, he already was doing WAN Wednesdays where he would like get on there and sing, or he would get on there and talk and motivate and inspire and stuff like that. So when he started the vocal competition, I had saw season 1 and I was kind of like, like debating, like, man, should I do it? I don't know. You inbox. Who knows if they're going to check the inbox? I don't know.
So the process, you have to inbox them?
Yeah, you have to inbox. Well, the first season, I believe you had to inbox his wife and basically, say, hey, I want to.
Well, I know their inbox was jumping.
I'm sure. That's why I was like, I mean, should I? I don't know. Will I make it past the list? I don't know. Because, I'm like, I don't know the process. I don't know how they're choosing people or whatever. But so during season 1, I was kind of debating, like, dang, I don't know. Should I do it? Should I not? And I was like, screw it. I'll just watch this. And it was like really dope because he was giving like people real feedback, like not like you see like on television, like with The Voice and stuff like that. It's always kind of so just basic, and just real political, real kind of typecasty, But like for this show, he's like very invested, very authentic, like really building people up, building these artists up, even for people that like maybe they don't sing as well, maybe they're not as polished or trained, but he'll be like, you know what? I hear your potential. Wow. You sound great. You should pursue this. Keep working.
So he's building people.
Oh, he's building
platform.
People.
He's not just.
Yeah, he's not just like, yeah, you suck.
Get
You're
up
whack.
out of here.
And goodbye. No, he's like, yeah, you should keep working at this. If you're passionate about it, do what you love. Like,
so he's good cop because he definitely has a bad cop on that show. He definitely
has a bad cop.
Shout out to Petty, man.
Petty King.
Yo, Petty be going in. Like when I started checking it out, I'm like, yo, Petty goes in. I
feel like he's like the Simon Cowell.
Yeah. Petty don't play, but Petty is definitely about business, and he's definitely also about building people.
Yes,
but he's also very just very straightforward. And where of course Wanye may have to kind of because he is Wanye, and he can literally just like, if he like told somebody they suck, he can literally send somebody into a downward spiral because of who he is. You know what I'm saying? And so I respect the fact that he understands his influence for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he got his bad cop. I won't call him a bad cop, but he has the guy who will tell somebody.
Keep it buck.
What did he say? He said, "You sound like someone. You sound like when somebody left a CD in the sun." And you tried to play it, and then you left it in the sun again, and you tried to play it. He said, "That's what you sounded like," which is horrible.
That means you were like, whoa, whoa,
right?
Whoa, whoa.
So you, Brother Wanye is the good cop, and then Petty is the other cop, of course. Then he has his wife.
Yeah, she chimes in all the time, which is so dope. It's so sweet because it shows just a family dynamic. It shows like, it just feels so warm, you know what I'm saying, and just a really real authentic. And I think that's really the best part about it is that she'll chime in and she'll save people. Like, I don't want him to be good. He was good. Wow. Bring him back. So he's like she's like the executive decision.
Dope.
So it's dope.
And then the young lady, the 12-year-old beast.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is for this season, he had season 1 participants along with him to judge.
Nice.
So yeah, I think the one that I was on, which was week 7 auditions, it was the 12-year-old who won second round.
Yeah.
I mean, who won second place in the first season.
Got you. So she won second place in the first season.
Yeah.
And she's beast mode.
She's beast mode. She's 12.
Yeah, she's 12.
Okay.
Beast mode.
Yeah,
man. So that's dope. So, what made you try out for this season?
I was like, I think when I saw season 2 had started up, I was like, man, and I think I saw week 1 of the auditions or week 2, and I was like, bump it. I'm just about to inbox. And it was another person you had to inbox this time, not his wife. So when I inboxed that person, you know what I mean? They literally responded within like minutes.
Wow. So he has a good team around him.
Right. So I was like, oh, snaps. Wow. I don't know. I guess I was just expecting like, I don't know, maybe a week later, maybe not at all, like whatever. So when I saw the response back and they were like, send me a video. So you had to send a video of you singing something. You send them a video and then they basically say, okay, cool, I'm going to put you in the lineup. Yeah. And so, after they watched my video, I sent the video.
What did you sing?
I sent the same song.
Okay. The Battle. Yolanda Adams. Yeah. The Battle.
Yep. Okay. I sung that on video and then sent it to her. And she responded back like, so she's okay, great.
She's the gatekeeper.
Right. So she's like, okay, great. Going to put you in the thing. We'll get back to you, let you know when to prepare and to be ready and everything, because they kind of communicate with you a few days before that you go on to make sure you're available and all that. And it's just dope because like even because it's on live and people have lives at the same time. So even if somebody's like, hey, I'm getting off work, I'm 20 minutes away from the house, they'll be like, all right, we'll call you back.
Wow.
Like it's just dope.
That's very dope.
It's like they ain't got to do that. You know what I mean?
They definitely don't
like they'll be like, "Hey, you ain't at the house, moving on."
Peace. Easy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's just it's a breath of fresh air is what it is.
Of who they are.
Yeah, because they're like, you never know who that person is. That they could be the next who knows. Who knows? And it's like, dang, I missed my opportunity because I'm trying to get off work and get to the house. Yeah,
that's really cool that they take the time like that to, kind of accommodate people as best they can. Of course. Yeah. So from my side, I remember you was like, babe, I'm going to audition for WAN Wednesday. Yeah. And I'm like, what is WAN Wednesday? Right. And you told me, Boys to Men. And of course I know who Wanye is, but you was just telling me he was doing the second season of this show through Instagram Live, which of course, man, shout out to just everybody who's just being innovative in this time, man. That's really dope. But you saying that, and I'm like, okay, you're auditioning, and first of all, now I don't know if people understand the depth of, I guess I'm gonna just say fandom you have for Boys to Men.
Such fandom.
Yeah.
Such like first one of my favorite groups of all time. Probably know all of their records from all of their albums. Wow. You know what I'm saying? All their songs on all the albums. Yeah. I know one of their songs inspired me to be a songwriter.
Yeah, what was that song?
It was Girl in the Life magazine.
Girl in the Life magazine.
Yeah, like if you guys, now I can't think of which album that's on.
Just type it in.
It's called Girl in the Life magazine, and I remember when I heard that song, for some reason it really inspired me to write. Like I'm like, oh my gosh,
that's serious.
I don't know why. That's what really sparked my songwriting journey.
So you were sparked to become a songwriter.
Yep.
Because of a Boys to Men record.
Yep.
And I remember when you told me that, because I didn't know that. Like all these years of knowing you, being married to you since we were 15. Not married since 15, but I mean, I know
we learn each other.
Oh yeah, it's always a continuous journey of learning.
Yes.
And unlearning.
Yeah.
That's pretty deep.
That's another
I guess
show.
we should probably come back to that.
Right.
The learning and unlearning of your spouse.
Heck yeah.
But I remember we was riding and I don't know what we were talking about. And I guess we just started talking about songwriting. I don't know if you remember specifically, but we were talking about songwriting and you brought up this song that was by Boys to Men that inspired you to become a songwriter.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, I got to hear this song.
Yeah.
And I remember we played that song in the car.
Yep.
See, now you remember when we played the song in the car.
Yep.
And that was my first time actually hearing the song.
Wow.
And then listening to it from a perspective of, wow, this inspired someone's whole songwriting career.
Yep. Sparked it. And I was like,
and it was an amazing record.
I want to write something like this.
I want to write like this. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was an amazing record. And it was good to hear it from the perspective of just knowing how it inspired you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So they're like my, the greatest group of all time. All of them are wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Wanye was definitely somebody that, he's like a powerhouse singer, just energy, crazy all over the stage type thing. And what's so cool is that when I was younger as an artist performing, I did a lot of his parts of the song, like what we would
when y'all would sing. Yeah,
when I would sing with my sisters, and we had a group when we were growing up. We were younger.
3 Times J. It
was called 3 Times J, but we used to sing and tour around like the Midwest area. And
now listen, y'all, 3 Times J was like the TLC of Cleveland.
Oh man,
don't get it twisted.
Okay, we was dope.
Don't get it twisted.
But we would we would always put our shows together, put medleys together and stuff like that, and we would always have like a Boys to Men song a part of our medley, and it will always be Wanye's parts in the show, and I would have to sing those parts in the show, and like I just remember the audience would just go nuts whenever I would sing his parts in the show, because it's like power when you just be going off, but yeah, so that's why I just was like I don't know.
So this is a level.
I was like fanning out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was.
Speaking of fanning out, listen. Now I gotta say this, and it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to, anytime you can see just the true, authentic heart of somebody, it's just a good. I don't know. It's a good feeling. Like I saw you more nervous.
I was.
to do this audition. I've never seen you that nervous. Listen, I've seen you sing in front of
thousands,
like some really big crowds, in front of some really like legendary names. I mean, when I met you were opening up for the OJs.
Yep.
And I remember I came to your show and I got to meet Scarface.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You opened up for Scarface, Chico DeBarge and all, you know what I'm saying? So you always, like, we was like 15, 16 then.
Yeah.
So you've always just seemed like this, just like, not afraid.
She's not afraid.
She's going to go up there and she's going to, but this audition?
I was like,
girl.
It took so long to get myself together. I was like, what is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
Get it together. And then like I kept like singing the first line of the song that I did. And then like, because I was so nervous, it was coming out all weird.
Oh my
and
goodness.
all quivery and all dry.
Wow.
I was like, oh no.
Girl.
I'm gonna sabotage.
I have never seen you like taking deep.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. No, I'm doing all the things that I teach my students to do as I'm a vocal coach, okay? And I teach my students like how to get past nervousness before you have to sing or perform or whatever. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh crap. But then I'm like, it's not working. It's not working. I'm still nervous. So
But you know what?
Yeah, it was weird.
You know what? And I'm going to drop this little nugget, man. Whenever you're nervous, whenever we're nervous, man, you know what that is? That's just a sign that you are engaged to what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just a sign that says, hey, I care about this. Yeah. I'm engaged.
I want it to be great. I don't want to mess up. You know?
Yeah, so when we feel, here's the nugget, when we feel those feelings of being nervous, man, it's important just to know how to channel those feelings.
Yeah.
Not letting nervousness.
Don't let it sabotage.
There it is. Don't let nervousness.
Which is what I teach that sabotage to my students. Don't let the nervousness sabotage.
Don't let fear paralyze.
Right.
But I did see you channeling the engagement and the excitement. Yeah. It was pretty. I'm like, yo, wifey is like tripping.
I was pacing back and forth. I'm talking to myself like, you are tripping.
Yeah.
You know how many times you sing this song, and all of a sudden now you freaking out. Oh yeah,
it was.
It's because it was him. That's the thing. And I was
that's what I'm saying. You were shook.
But I don't want to mess up. But what do I do? Well, my voice cracks. I don't know. You know.
You were shook, shawty.
I was.
Nah, but you listen.
That's the truth.
You know what, man? And I know the people watching this.
Yeah.
They want to see the audition.
Right. Yes.
So we're gonna show the audition, but we're gonna watch the audition. And we'll just kind of react to it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it was a lot of dynamics that was going on during that audition.
Right.
So we're going to take a look at it.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about it and let the people chime in. Chime in the comments as you're watching this. This was dope, man.
Yeah. It was dope, man.
Yeah.
Just the season, the timing is perfect. You know, I've auditioned my entire life.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that in my younger years was a lot more, anytime I would audition as a kid, I would always get booked, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, whether it's the shows or whatever, tours or whatever, I would always get booked. So I was very confident in that, you know, in that aspect as a kid performing. But as an adult, as an artist, you just get a lot of no's.
Things change.
Yeah, you get a lot of no's. No matter how great you are, no matter how flawless you are, no matter how polished, you know, like if they're looking for a certain thing and it's not you, then they pass.
Keep it moving.
You know what I mean? So I've heard a lot of no's as an adult, I would say, in auditioning for things. So that might have been another aspect of my nervousness as well. Serious, you know what I mean? Because I kind of was just like, you know, who knows how this can go? I don't know.
So past experience of like, it's so much that we could unpack in that.
Right.
Because it's like, you know, we're dealing with, how do we deal with rejection?
Right.
How do we deal with when people reject what we're passionate about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
or when you know you're good.
When
like
you
know you're great, you know you've put in the work, and not from an arrogant perspective, but from I know I've put in the work. I know I'm trained. I'm very polished. I've always been trained and polished. Like that's like my DNA. So to go in front of someone and then you give your best and it still be like, yeah, no, it's like, I'm sorry, what?
Wait, what? Oh, that's different.
I'm sorry, what? You know?
Yeah.
Especially when you know you killed it.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, it's that thing that is just like, I can't just say when I went on that live that they were going to be like, wow.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Because of the realities.
Right. Because they could have been like, I mean, I kind of I heard there was a little, you know, who knows how they could have chopped it down. They could have, you know, nitpicked it, whatever. Because I listen back to it and I'm like, there was certain parts that was a little pitchy or that, you know. But that's just me critiquing myself. But that could have been their reaction. Like, well, I kind of see it. I kind of hear it, whatever. Yeah. So I definitely did go into it like, I'm about to kill this.
Oh,
yeah. I'm like,
definitely.
No, I went into it like, let's see how I go.
Yeah.
Just because of my, you know, what I've gone through.
And because I always want people to kind of be able to pull from things that we're talking about. When you're dealing with rejection of things that you feel that you prepared for and all that type of like, how do you get to the other side of that, or do you ever get to the other side of that, or are you in the process of still getting to the other side of that?
Well, it's like I've learned just throughout the years that, you know, sometimes everything in every situation is not for you. And the things that are for you, the door's open. If they're not, the doors are closed. And I happen to be around a lot of great people who have said some things to me that really spoke to my life and kind of helped me move forward in my journey. Like one person in particular, her name is Natasha Garcia. She always tells anybody that, you know, she's worked with or, you know, that just a part of her life, because that's just how she is, that whenever you audition for something, you leave it there and you move on with your life.
Wow.
Instead of harping on it, wondering, oh, I wonder what I did, or, you know.
Wow.
So it is always best to just do your best so that you don't regret anything.
Do your best so you don't regret anything and leave it there.
Leave it there and keep moving. Keep on moving with your life, because if you don't, then it could prevent you from doing anything else, especially if you get a lot of no's, you know. No. And just rejection after rejection definitely can kill your confidence.
Well, speaking of Natasha Garcia, like one thing that I heard her say in one of our meetings was just, we're collecting 100 no's. Like, be prepared. We're going to earn our yeses, but we're going to earn our no's as well.
Right.
And we're gonna each get 100 no's. And
I just
if you
wonder
have that
how many
mindset,
no's I've had.
Right.
I'm sure I'm past 100. I mean,
You think you got 100 no's
I've been doing
in this
this for a
world?
long time.
Heck
Yeah. I definitely
Yeah.
must be past my 100. So
You're past your 100.
here's my yes right now.
Yeah, man. That's real. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
my
real.
yes.
Well, let's take a look at your yes.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at you, one, preparing to audition.
Oh gosh.
Let's
take a look at you preparing to audition right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I seriously would never have thought, but you did it. One, he's so sweet. He's literally the sweetest teddy bear ever. And so what? He is the teddy bear.
So yeah, you were
I was
definitely
freaking out. So like,
You was
hey,
talking to
what
yourself.
is happening right now? I have done some really big auditions before. You know what I mean? I was definitely not this like.
Yeah.
I have not freaked out like this in a long time.
Yeah.
So that concerned me too. That's why I was
You
like,
were
I don't know how
concerned.
this is going to go, because I ain't never been that nervous.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, I'm always prepared to be nervous. My father always told me that if you're not nervous, then you probably should not be doing this.
That's right.
You know,
Because your level of engagement is not
it's
there.
not there, right? So that's why I was like, okay. But then I was like, this is too nervous.
This is
So
too
I don't
too
know how
much
this is going to
nervous.
go. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's take a look at it.
Let's see how it went.
All right. Before we get started, we have Wanye himself.
Yeah.
Then we have the 12-year-old that we mentioned.
Yeah, that's Liamani.
What's her name?
Liamani. I think her Instagram is Liamani Sings.
Liamani. Make sure y'all follow her. And then, of course, we got Petty down there in the lower
Petty King.
lower corner. That brother right there. He's awesome, though. I really
is.
like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is.
And there you are.
There I am.
All right.
Nice and bright.
Let's press play.
Hi,
Hi.
KORIN, right?
KORIN, yes.
Yes, awesome.
Yo, I was just
And how do
trying to
you
pick
say
out
your,
he said my name
Instagram
right.
Right.
It's KORIN Deanna Lane.
KORIN Deanna Lane. Okay, cool. And
Why you
Liamani?
just said my name?
How did you hear about the competition?
Well, I already follow Wanye, so I watched the competition just because I follow him.
Awesome, awesome.
That's nice.
And where you from?
I'm actually originally from Cleveland, Ohio, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia now.
ATL in the building.
All your colors look awesome.
I
know,
love,
it's so vibrant.
I love your colors. You
The
really
purple.
put it together. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
All right. Are you ready
That's
to
dope.
rock out for us
Presentation.
right now?
Right.
I'm nervous because
Right.
you're
Shake
like,
it off. Shake it off.
You're nervous.
What's funny is I kept telling myself, don't
There
tell
you
him you're
go.
nervous. And
Don't
it
tell
came
him
out.
you're nervous.
I'm
I was
ready
like,
when you are.
oh, this is
okay,
going to
so I'm
bomb.
gonna sing
Wow.
a song called "The Battle" by Yolanda Adams.
Okay.
Look at
Go.
Petty shaking his head.
He
Oh,
said, don't mess that up.
There is no pain Jesus can feel. There
he cannot heal. All things work according to the master's purpose and his holy will. No matter what you're going through, remember that God only wants a chance to use you. And for the battle is not yours, it's the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah.
They both put up
And
the
there's no sadness. Jesus cannot heal. And there's
He had the crooked hand.
Right.
that the master is not able and willing to heal. Remember that all things work.
Woo.
They're not going to be all good, but they shall work according to God's purpose and his holy will. No matter what.
His facial expressions are like
Right.
priceless.
God sees all and he knows all he wants to do is use you.
Yo, and like Petty
And
start wiping his eyes.
The battle is not yours. It's the Lord. This battle is the Lord's.
Woo! Man.
No, look, afterwards, after I said the Lord's, I was like, oh, okay, it's out.
Man. Yeah. Well,
We'll let Leary say it again.
go ahead.
This
This little girl's vocal.
God, she fired.
She sang yes. It was
Wow.
crazy.
Yes.
That's worth. Yes. I just want to say, just for you to know, the first time I ever heard that song, I was actually on the way to the club in Orlando, and somebody played that song in their car,
And then you
and
went
it just brought
Somebody
tears to
said
my
she
eyes.
wins the competition.
And I just want to let you know, Password is going through a lot, whether nobody knows or not. One knows. And you really spoke to my situation. So, of course, you have to go through. I loved it.
Wow.
Wow.
Right.
That's big coming from him.
That's really big.
You a problem. You a problem. I'm just letting you know you a problem, all right? Keep doing what you're doing and just keep your ears open. These challenges are going to be even more challenging for you because I know what you can do. You understand? All right, so
She came ready.
Yup.
Your makeup's beautiful.
Hey,
Everything's
I
gone.
can't say nothing. Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right, God bless you, and we will see you in the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, you're a problem. KORIN is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. KORIN is a problem. All right.
Perfect. You know, Wanye, when we sit up on this computer for hours, that's what we're looking for.
Yes. I mean, it's as simple as the range that she was away from her phone and her microphone. You understand? There was no distortion. She actually made sure that everything was the way it was supposed to be.
Hey.
Crazy. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's all about preparation, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
All right. Moving right
It's gonna be
along.
her and Raymond, and then
Moving right along.
All right. So that was packed.
That was very packed.
What
That was very packed.
goes through your mind watching that video back?
First, when Petty begins to talk, I guess because of anytime anybody sings on the show, Petty's responses sometimes can be, I heard this, this was good, this was bad, like that type of thing. He always kind of gives a overall critique, So I guess when he started talking, I was just kind of expecting like, well, what did you hear? You know, type of thing. But for him to just like kind of start off with his life, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And just telling me about, I guess, when he first heard the song and what it did to him, and then almost revisiting that feeling of just like, man, and then it's speaking to his life, his current situation. That's just, that makes everything that, that you do as an artist and as a singer, just makes everything worth it.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You started seeing yes signs
even
before the song was done, which is a great feeling, I guess.
Really great, yeah.
Or were you so zoned in or zoned out you didn't even see that?
I think I saw the signs, but I didn't see, and I saw Wanye's reaction a little bit. I didn't see Petty's reaction though until afterwards.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when it's happening, not the words, but people's comments are going up mostly on his face. You know what I mean? So you don't get to. So when I went back to watch, that's when I actually saw.
Yeah. So this little girl who said, golly. First of all, she just sang yes.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous.
All right.
Like, dang, all the little vocals on this girl.
Like, who are you?
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
But listen, Wanye said KORIN is a problem.
Yeah, and then like he said it like probably 5 or 6 times.
Yeah. That's
like just almost, I don't know, speechless, I guess.
Yeah. So how did that make you feel to hear that from his caliber?
Oh my gosh. I really feel like that I'm still kind of trying to process it. You know what I mean? Like, just because, like, just already, he's already somebody that I admired as an artist, as a singer, a vocalist, like a true vocalist, you know, that'll sing live anywhere, at any time. And so it's like for him to say that and just be like in awe, wowed, and then just be like, I can't say nothing, but those words, that's just, I don't know. It's wonderful.
Yeah. It was crazy. So even like how would you say, like, what if you didn't receive the yes? Would this still have been worth it, or?
Heck yeah, it would have been worth it because I got the opportunity to sing for him. You know what I mean? Like, I still kind of went into the audition like, I mean, hey, if they just tear it up and and be like, hey, you need to this or you need to that, maybe next year or something like that, I still would have been like, cool, because I know that I gave it my all and I left it, on that screen. So I didn't have any regrets or anything like that, but I was like grateful that I even got to sing for him.
So what about pressure moving forward?
Oh yeah, so much pressure. First of all, he said make sure you keep your ears tuned because these challenges are going to be even harder for you because I know what you do.
Which is an amazing compliment, but...
Right, at the same time, I'm like, okay, that means he's going to fine tooth comb me, and probably just expecting my best, and making sure that, you don't come in here with anything less than what I know you can do. Yeah. So my thing is going to be song choice, making sure I make the right song choices and stuff like that,
So song choice and...
creativity and just really being intentional about it.
I think I think it'd be dope if we even include our online family, like
because what
songs should KORIN sing during this show? Do we know how many weeks the show goes?
I think this season 1 went 8 weeks.
Okay,
so
we definitely got a journey.
Right, but it was less people on season 1. I think season 2 has about 20 more people. So it's plenty journey for people to come along with. And you know what? I want to just invite everybody to enjoy this experience with us. Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
And I want everybody to stay engaged to just great experience.
Yes, like please stay engaged. We're gonna make sure we kind of update and take you guys on the journey, invite you to the journey.
I'll be asking for song choices, like what you guys think I should sing, because it's it's a lot of songs out there, and you always want to try to pick the song that you think will highlight your voice the best, but not all the time. A lot of times you may pick something that you like, but not necessarily may highlight your voice. So
that's deep.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys.
So I'll need help. I'll need some help with that.
We're gonna need some help. You know what though? I think as we invite people to come along with this journey, I think it's also important for us to invite people to begin to see where you come from for real musically.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really know that you're a songwriter. A lot of people don't know that you've cut many records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be dope. Let's do a listening session.
That'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you pick your favorite 5 of your songs.
Yeah.
I'll pick my favorite 5.
I already know what songs you're gonna pick.
You don't know what songs
I do.
pick.
I already know.
Well,
I bet you don't know what songs I'm gonna pick.
You just come with your list. I'm gonna come with my list,
right.
and I guarantee I'll probably, just because you said that, I'm gonna throw some. This is our verses. We're gonna do a verses. You know what I'm saying? Using all your records.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I definitely think it's important for people to kind of feel what you've done, the level you've done it to, and get to enjoy the music that you've done in the past. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know you as worship leader,
right?
But I don't know if they know you as singer, songwriter, artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be a great thing for us to introduce you.
Yeah, it's like people get the chance to get to know me, the different phases of my life.
The walk, the journey.
The journey, yeah.
Yeah. So let's show the footsteps in the sand, man.
Yeah.
The walk, the journey.
Yeah.
Guys, get ready, man, because WAN Wednesdays is about to turn up.
It's going to be fun.
And we need y'all supporting.
Yes,
we need y'all here with
watching,
us.
supporting, sharing, just, keeping up, because it's going to be good. I love this. You'll love the show. If you haven't watched it, start watching it. It's every Wednesday at 8:00 on his IG Live. Mm-hmm. So, which is Wanye Morris and the number 1.
Wanye Morris 1. We'll put that on screen. Guys, make sure you're tuning in to that show on Wednesdays. And we look forward to these challenges and all this good stuff. And him saying, you better come with your...
I better come with...
Like, A-game.
I was like, uh-oh. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
I guess that means I got to, live up to my audition song.
Yeah. So, I don't know. You sung a big song. So
I did sing a big song. We got to
figure out. We're going to let the people figure out what is a good vocal fit for KORIN. We need like 5
I need
options.
more than 5, because I gotta learn, especially if it's something I gotta learn or something like that. Like,
we need
even
25
see if they gonna even work.
options. How about 25 options?
Yes.
All right, we need 75.
No, not
options.
75 options. Maybe like 10 or something.
Yeah. So
And variety. It doesn't have to be, because I know a lot of people know me as a worship leader, so it doesn't have to be like gospel songs, because that's definitely I'm probably not going to be singing gospel songs, possibly, but so just a mixture.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it.
There you go.
What's up, family? This is Brian.
I'm KORIN.
We want to do a personal invite
To our YouTube channel. We've got some really cool things in store.
Yeah.
First of all, we're going to tell our story, which is going to be awesome. A lot of people have been asking us about how we met.
Some people know we broke up.
Not a lot.
Not a lot of people don't
know that we broke up for 7 years.
We got Eat with the Lanes.
Eat with the Lane. Really go inside yourself and figure out what's happening, what's going on with me.
We have the Worship Duets.
Worship Duets. Worship Duets is where I invite my friends in worship to come to my living room. I love it sings to you.
And then we have Train
to Catch Planes.
How many ideas, how many want-tos, how many goals have I not acted on? We just want you to come over to our YouTube channel.